252.
Okay, for all the news and reviews that's right to type, 252 top stories. Harp, what do you got on the agenda today?
FBI agent accidentally shoots customer in the leg during a backflip move. An off-duty FBI agent was filmed accidentally shooting a customer in the leg. As he went to pick up the gun that he dropped was performing a particularly bold dance move. The man who was hit by the bullet was taken to a hospital with non-life-threatening injuries.
Yeah. Well, like I said, as watching the video, I mean, I'm pretty sure that this guy was thinking, while he was doing his dance move, wait until I kill him with this backflip. And I think the last thing he thought he was actually going to do was kill someone with his backflip.
Yeah, luckily he did it.
I think there's a mistake on this. Isn't that former FBI agent? I mean, when you go to a dance club off duty and you got a round chamber and your weapon on fire, that's former FBI status right there.
I think you're right.
I think he was trying to do the best he could for FBI civilian personal relations, and I think he was doing a very good job up until he shot somebody.
Yeah, he's saying the cops get to shoot people all the time. What about us?
Wait, what about us? You know, actually, we need to bring Ice-T into this conversation because he knows a thing or two about doing backflips and being killed by them, you know.
Bitch, she did a backflip, land on my dick. I knew that I would be dead soon. This girl tried to kill me.
The girl tried to kill me.
Well, speaking of lives ending, the latest death toll from the Guatemala volcano rises to over 75.
That's awful.
Guatemala's disaster agency has raised the death toll from the eruption of the volcano fire to 75. The agency says that, in addition, 46 people were injured. And I'd have to say, all kidding, all jokes aside, with all the things that we do to each other in this world, we can't hold a candle to Mother Nature. Mother Nature kills indiscriminately and without regret.
Sadly, though, these disasters is one of the few times when nations will really come together for aid.
Oh yeah.
You know,
I
it
think
takes a Mother Nature disaster to bring people together.
Because I remember our own president was shooting rolls of paper towels at victims of the flood because, you know.
Oh yeah, because Puerto Rican needs paper towel.
Yes.
President Donald Trump cancels Eagles White House celebration a day before the visit. A small contingent from the Eagles planned to attend, but were disinvited.
This was funny because I love when President Trump makes declarations out of something that probably wasn't going to happen anyway. He's like, I'm going to take my ball and go home.
Yeah, it's crazy because like a lot of the other, for lack of a better phrase, a lot of the other world winners that were of predominantly black or minority personnel, they decided to miss the annual trip to the White House because they're not particular fans of our current commander-in-chief.
I don't know why.
But there was a small, but for the people who do want to go, I mean, not just because, some of them would be like, hey, I don't even care if it's Donald Trump. It's still going to the White House.
Yeah, exactly.
How many opportunities am I going to have to go to the White House?
Yeah, and
so,
if you're the Eagles, how many championships you going to win?
Exactly. This is it. You shouldn't have gotten this one. Really? Nick Foles on an out route?
Hey, Nick Foles, man, he did it.
Anyway, you beat Tom Brady. You deserve to go to the White House. That's how I see it.
No, you think this is all over the kneeling controversy, the kneeling protests?
Yes.
Yeah, that's
which
he's been ignoring the NFL and pretending that they didn't exist ever since that protest started.
Oh, yeah.
And it is ridiculous.
It is because he still thinks it's against the flag and the people who fought for the country, which it's not. And they always love showing every time they do, when they say "Sing America the Beautiful" or they sing the Star Spangled Banner, cameramen are kind of cocksuckers because they always like to focus on Donald Trump and how he does not know the words to these songs. He's just standing there kind of swaying back and forth, says a couple of words here and there. Sometimes he's not even having his hand over his heart. He's just swaying to the beat.
He makes that face that makes him look
Yeah.
like Ralph Wiggum from The Simpsons. It's not good.
Yeah, it's
Nice
really
job,
not good.
boys.
It's really not good.
Well, enough
So,
about the jackass chief.
The review this week is Fahrenheit 451.
I love that book.
It's a reboot of, well, I believe this movie first came out in the 50s, or did the book come out in the 50s and then the
Yeah, the book
movie came out in the
50s,
60s? Anyway,
70s.
in a future society where books are banned and burned, a fireman
What's a
begins to read in secret and discovers an underground rebellion committed to protecting literature. Starring Michael B. Jordan, Michael Shannon,
The Michaels.
and Sophia Boutella.
Yeah, I love all those actors,
Yeah.
and I'm looking forward to watching this.
They remade that movie
I-
now? Is it currently out, or
Yes.
what is with it? Okay.
Yes,
I haven't heard a single
it's
thing
on-
about that.
Well, it's on HBO, and it's basically, of course, it's a futuristic view of what's going on. It's a futuristic.
I love the futuristic notions that they had back in the early 70s. I love that futuristic stuff. It's hilarious.
But now they're doing, it's basically social media and stuff like that. And kind of one thing that I wanted to talk about as well as when we get into the thing is how a lot of our news and the way we get information comes from a lot of social media sites, from your Twitter and your Instagram and your Facebook.
right.
And you watch that before you watch your local nightly news.
I get my news from this show.
Yes.
It's always late, though.
always.
Sorry, were we doing the news?
Oh, man. Check this out. Ralphie D Recommends Workaholics. Late nights and lazy days are a thing of the past for three college friends who enter the workforce together. Well, maybe not. For Blake, Adam, and Anders, making the transition from slacker student to prompt professional
Anders or
telemarketer.
Anders?
Anders.
Anders.
It's not a smooth. Excuse me. Take two. Making the transition from slacker students to prompt professional telemarketers isn't a smooth one, considering dress codes. There's a lot of commas here, deadlines, and actually using an
So
alarm
slow
clock.
the fuck down when you read it.
Well, I'm Ralphie D, and that's news to me.
I'm Coolwater Kurt. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
I'm Johnny Blaze, saying it's better to burn out than fade away.
Adonis, pull yourself together.